Hello and welcome to the Resistance Discs Open. We've got round one coverage just outside Rainier, Oregon at Trojan Park for the famous Trojan disc golf course. BigSexyBarri here with you, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Let's get right into it here. We've got your buddy, Nate Sexton. 3 events played, 36th position in the DGPT. That's going to change after this week, my prediction. Scott Withers, Oregon's finest right now. This man is averaging 1060 at every local B tier. Very excited to see him play today. Very hot golfer as of late, Ben Callaway. That big arm, let's see how he can control all the lakes we have out here. And speaking of hot players, Adam Hammes, coming off that De La win just a couple weeks ago, his first big tour win. And now he is the highest rated player in this event, or is James Proctor?
Proctor.
Okay, but he's right there on his heels at 1039, which is pretty good.
It starts off kind of tough out here. Hole 1, par 3, 419 feet, small water carry to start, OB path left, and then all this long grass, as nice and fluffy as it looks, there's water just about 5 feet beyond that. Also, not a sunny day. The drone might make you think it's a sunny day. It is a rainy day.
It is a rainy day, and it's a high of 60 degrees. Not much wind, though. But the course has been relatively dry all practice week, and in typical Oregon fashion, as soon as the tournament day starts, the skies open up, and of course, instead of they open up, they...
One day prior, you would have got about a 30-foot skip there, I feel like, but maybe because of the rain and the wetness, you didn't get that ground play.
I was still sort of expecting it, but yeah, nothing. And I'm not great there, but I wasn't all that disappointed. It was a first big rip on a rainy day, and I'm probably 70 feet.
Is this Scott Withers' first appearance on Jomez?
That I couldn't tell you, but he is going roller here.
I love that play.
Scott is a fantastic player. I mean, I think most of you guys probably already know that at home. But he is very, very well-rounded, very skilled.
And he's got a new sponsor this year with Discraft, and he's been posting a bunch on his social media account just showing, just shot another 1075 rated round, just absolutely killing it up here. So excited to see him play.
Now, this can be a problem throughout the round. You see Ben kind of get stumbled up with his feet there, slipping on the tee pad. The tee pads are insanely wet, obviously, because of the rain, but they also have a nice slip to them. They really are.
Yeah, there are a couple tees here where you're teeing off of like old walking paths, and that concrete is long since lost any grip it once had. That's going to be inbounds. The roller kind of in play here because that long grass is kept long. I think no one would throw a roller were it mowed to the edge, but it tends to slow you down, especially when it's all wet like this, as this kind of rips over there right as well.
Should be fun.
Very surprised with this play with his power with the side. Yeah, I cannot believe that he didn't just try to rip that hyzer in there, but he's also averaging 10 million rating, so
This forehand a little hot.
Oh my goodness. That's safe?
He is safe, but we didn't know that for a while.
That's nervy. Withers from 58 feet coming
And
up.
something you don't really think about with Adam's spot is just putting out of that long grass can be tricky.
Oh, certainly. And a little bit errant right, but still an open look, which is honestly a good thing on this hole. This is a very tough get to start the round.
And Adam not in too bad a shape. Nice putt.
And a good putt. Looks like that high grass wasn't as problematic as I'm sure it can be in some places. I mean, with that Himalayan blackberry that comes into the course, there's some places where it's 14 feet high. It is very rich and lush out here.
Yeah, and Adam making a name for himself with cleaning up all those circle putts really has developed kind of his name around his putting style and just being one of the, I think, top 5 putters that we have in the game right now.
Agreed.
This is, I know that Proctor's rating is a little bit higher, but I think that if we're talking about the way that this course plays, I think Adam's got to be many players' favorite or many people's favorite, just because he has the forehand backhand combo. Surprised he didn't go with the forehand here on hole 1, but if he does consider himself a favorite here, this might be the first time where like people think that he's the favorite at a tour event. You know, even though he has one win under his belt, maybe never been in that position before.
I'm Paul Ulibarri with today's Bushnell hole breakdown. You can find the Edge Disc Golf Rangefinder at the link in the description. Hole 2 is 235 feet with a 14-foot drop in elevation. Clear the water and get a birdie look. It's literally that simple. Let's see how it plays out.
Certainly some ace run potential here.
This gap has really closed down with the water-laden branches. Not so much for the forehand, a little bit for the backhand.
Ooh! Okay, hanging on.
Yeah, not a great reaction there. I need to get it a little lower.
If that gets through, it looked like it was going right in.
That also could have happened. So, you know, didn't get the greatest break, but it didn't go out of bounds.
Surprising play here from Scott. Also has just a great forehand game.
Can't argue with those results. So we got 2 in the green. Are you inside the circle still?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Ish. Okay, so either way, it's still going to be a testy putt. And this has got plenty of juice. I need to slow down on the bank of the highway.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the highway. He stayed pretty high up the hill.
Oh, man, that's kind of a bad break, too. It's so steep. Imagine we'll see Adam go with this zone quite a bit today.
Attaboy, Adam.
That's a good shot. And that's a scary little downhill putt.
Yeah, especially with a semi driving down by you going about 60.
Oh, and
wow.
that's why early mistake here for Ben on the easiest hole in the course. 2.57 average. You just got to take the 2 here. Cannot take a bogey. And that's a good first tester putt.
Yeah, a little left. Good catch. I'm happy to pick that one up.
That left side low with your putting style seems to catch really well with a little push putt.
Yep.
Worked for Scotty as well.
Thank you. Attaboy.
Sign of a good putter is making sure you go through your routine, even on the short ones.
This is gettable.
What you see him do right there.
Right there, look okay?
You know who does that to a tee? Kale Levisca. It is as and saves the bogey. Kale's faked me out on 6-foot putts. I'm like, dude, just drop it in there. But he goes through his routine even on the shortest putts.
1 bogey and 3 birdies for the group there as we move on to hole 3. 375 feet, super narrow fairway with the road on the left and the water on the right. There is a wide hyzer play if you're feeling frisky to get all the way to the basket in one, but a lot of players in the rain, I think, will elect to go low and try to fight their way up the fairway that way. I'm going Thunderbird here.
Oh, no.
But a nice rollout.
Oh, that's a great break. I don't know what you do if you're that early left.
Bogey, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a really like an aggressive way to play that unless.
Yeah, at least bogey, to be honest. I'm not at all safe at this point. I'm not even 100 feet off the tee.
I wonder if you think that's trying to be more aggressive, or is that just kind of just get it down?
Slightly more, certainly, but not. I don't think thinking about getting all the way to the basket.
I like the move that he put on that, just fraction high.
And so he does have kind of what we were talking about,
Yeah.
short and left.
And Ben, can he bounce back after the unfortunate bogey on 2? Fortunate to get as far up as he did.
By far the best shot in the group, but still not in any kind of circle 1 or anything like that.
I think this quickly becomes the scariest hole on the course. If not played correctly off the tee, this becomes just frightening.
I'm very frightened at this moment right now.
Are you going with your Thunderbird again?
Yes.
That disc is not as expendable as you're using it right now.
Well, it's safe, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
I was worried. It was pretty wide. I needed to go really high to get over and around the tree that was in my way.
people are paying good money for those. You just
Back on the green.
Very good approach.
Oh my
And
God,
I think
that
this
is
is a great
so
perspective for people at home. When you see some of the best players in the world just not even giving the right side a chance off the tee, that's how devastating this hole can be. I think it's one of many holes that can bite you for a double bogey real quick out here. But so early in the round, you know, normally, I think as the week goes on, if the weather improves, you're going to see a couple hyzers being thrown out over the water.
And we were just counting it up before we started this. 12 holes with water in play in a very real way on this course.
That is that's a bunch. 66% of the course, taking the par the extremely hard way.
Yes, yes. I don't want to do that anymore.
And scary.
It was scary. It was tough. It was ugly at times.
I was frightened for you with my disc. I mean, but she'll live to see another throw.
Yes, she will.
And the group with 4 errant shots. I mean, I don't know how errants we would call Scott's. It just was right down the middle.
Ben's was the best.
But yeah, okay. So there was 2 not great ones and 2 okay ones, and that normally punishes a group like this. But getting out all 4 par, that is a bonus.
There was only one phenomenal shot thrown on that hole, and it was Adam's second shot coming out of that was from standing still. Take us through this hole, Paul.
Oh, hole 4 is a par 4, 675 feet. You have this little landing area to your right as the drone flies. Really short isn't bad. If you go too far, you could maybe get pinched off a little bit if you don't have the distance with the sidearm. And today we had a left to right wind, or no, it was a right to left wind, which is actually playing pretty tough into this green, which is a good 360 from the perfect spot. So
maybe even farther. I feel like
it played farther today, but yeah, I ranged a shot there in practice at about 360 from a perfect spot.
That's a perfect spot. Pushing the edge of the water, that's as close as you can really get, and never in any danger of going OB. That's a great shot.
What is this playing as far as difficulty?
It's actually surprisingly only the second hardest at a 4.75, and we saw, this needs to get down quick. No skip. No skip. Okay, good. We saw scores ranging from 3 all the way down to 9 and everything in between. So yeah, there's so much danger on this one.
Yeah, 4 is a great score here.
Yeah.
Nice shot, Adam. Attaboy.
And on days like today when you have a little drizzle, that means your grip isn't solid. And a shot like this, it's so easy to yank even a sidearm to the left on either of the shots, or a backhand turn it too much, not get the right pop out of your hand. I mean, that's when a hole like this becomes extra difficult, because on a calm day, I'm thinking, oh, we're going to munch this one up.
Now, Scott from a long range away, I got to say he's got to be 430 from where he is.
This is turned over a lot.
It's going to be safe. There's kind of a give and take when it's rainy outside, because I feel like the footwork advantage goes to the side armor, but the grip definitely advantage goes to the backhand player. And now we're going to get to see Adam's big forehand hyzer distance. Such a big weapon of his.
Yeah, now imagine that on hole 1, just parked.
I'm so surprised. Absolutely shocked that he didn't do it.
Beautifully done, and trusted the turn out over the water the whole way.
Yeah.
That had to be 380 plus.
Yeah, that was perfect. And this is looking really nice as well. It's going to work its way up near circle edge.
That might even be a mid-range. That's how hard that guy throws.
Yeah, it's going to be a little outside the circle, but not much.
Buzz. I just heard him say that was a buzz.
And you're going with your X-Cal.
Very low, very direct.
This is in that 380 range.
So good.
It's going to go in. Oh my gosh.
Nice shot, nice.
Fantastic. We got
Takes a lot of guts to really hang that over the water like that.
Yep.
Thanks,
well,
man.
I had a
Thank
lot
you.
of guts, but I didn't get back in bounds. So what do I have guts then, or is that just?
Oh yeah, you have them.
All right.
just not skill.
No, dude. Ah,
That was cold-blooded.
Nobody's questioning your guts.
Ben over the top. And that's going to cap off a nicely played hole. Tee shot perfect. Approach perfect. Putt a little wobbly for my liking, but in the basket.
For mine also. let's not try to hide anything from anybody.
Yeah.
Way too wobbly.
Well, Ben's was nice and clean, 2 feet over the basket, so I think we'll take. What
You
we
don't
get from
see a
yours.
lot of wobble with Ben and Adam. Those guys zip putters.
atta boy, Hammy.
Both of them.
That is another nice birdie for Adam Hammis. Off to a good start. Both of you at 2 under.
All right, well, pick it up now. Let's go.
And with 3 and 4 out of the way, the course really starts to open up. Those 2 are super scary starting holes. From here, it's not that it's easy. There's still water, there's danger in every hole, but it's not like a big number comes into play, at least not in your head.
Yeah, hole 5, par 4, 615. If there was an easy shot, it would be the tee shot here. The second shot a little trickier. The tee shot, you're just looking for maybe 300 to 330. A little hyzer will do with the right hand. Try to get into play where you're not too tight up against those blackberries to set up this crossing shot. Imperative that you find the short grass here. Obviously there's water, there's a lot of things, but lost disc and obstructed putt waits for you if you put it in that long stuff.
And this is where that Himalayan blackberry comes into play for the first time, so an errant tee shot almost becomes an unplayable lie.
Yeah, I feel like this is a classic.
Okay.
That's
Pick an
perfect.
angle, throw it off the tee, match that same angle, same speed, everything on your approach shot, and you're looking good.
Yeah.
Just literally cutting this directly in half.
Yes.
And throw the same disc. I like that play a lot.
Yep.
Adam
Shot.
is right there in the middle. Looks like the rain is slowing down. Has it stopped raining at this point for you, Nate?
It's getting close to thinking about that. Yeah. If the umbrellas are going away.
Yeah, it looks like the other umbrellas are gone.
One thing I'm very jealous of is people who can play in a little bit of a baggy raincoat. I'm just like, I don't know how you did that, but you would
Seriously.
have gained 7,000 strokes on me in the duration of my career.
Raincoat Ricky, he's famous for it back in the day. He was popping off 1,100 rated rounds, 80-degree heat wearing raincoats. The sun will come out and he'd just leave the coat on.
And here's exactly what I was saying. He picked up the same disc, threw the same shot, a little 12-footer.
This is not the same disc.
They're both Thunderbirds. Sometimes you just get that purple sparkly feeling and you want to go with that one.
That's pretty
Good shot, Nate.
sparkly. Nice shot there.
I feel like for difficulty of holes, hole 2's pretty easy. This one I think is even easier.
Second easiest in terms of scoring average, but that's just because I think that the lost
Yeah, that was good.
disc in the high grass, maybe, I don't know. If you get into that bramble long, you're not loving life.
I mean, even on hole 2, we saw a little drama with Nate hitting and rolling back.
Yeah.
Semi-trucks ripping by Ben as he chucked it in the
Yeah.
water, and now look at everybody's throwing little darts at this one.
Let's. He's trying to get credit for his disc. I'm not going to give it to him.
And Ben was the only mic'd up player, and he knows it. He's controlling the narrative out here. If you try to get a little quip in, he's going to say, no, not acknowledging that. I got the mic.
Adam.
No idea what he's referring to, but
It's the
I'll buy
samples
it.
that I worked hard on this time around. This is what I think of as like the core of the song.
We're vibing for sure.
Baseline.
You know, I want to walk.
And all our lead synths.
Birdies all the way around. Star frame, edge, the beneficiary. Let's see what you think on this one, Jerm, on the 6th.
Man, hole 6 can be such a tricky little hole at 285. It's one of those ones you really want to get, one of the shortest holes in the course, but it doesn't come without the trickiness of having the blindness of you cannot see the pole of the basket in this one, and it slopes behind the whole way. really have to read the wind here to choose if you want to go backhand or forehand. I think you want to maybe try coming in at the high grass to slow the disc down, because if it hits that short grass, it's going to skip and roll a little bit.
Right to left wind today, which was holding the disc straighter.
That's a bit wide for me, but gets back and finds the long grass.
I think doing the backhand play, you'd have to take it out so wide, and you can get that lift, and that would be the only danger. I think the sidearm's definitely the safest play.
And Adam, he's in pretty good spot there. He's just a bit short, but nothing a putter of his caliber can't handle.
Scotty in a bit of danger here.
This could okay, hit finds the high grass.
But if that hits a little earlier, it has the potential to hop all of the high grass and find the water.
And even Ben going with the forehand here, so really favoring the forehand play this time around.
I like his the best out of the group.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna. Yep, exactly. That's what you want to do. I think you just want to hit that high grass and maybe just kick out of it just enough to have a clean footing.
Scotty just low there.
And Adam just over the rim.
Good putt.
And the hot start continues. 4 down through 6. So if he was feeling any pressure with any sort of thought of being the favorite coming into this event, it's not showing to affect him right now.
Yeah, Nate.
I'll let you in on a little secret of his that the fans will like. He made a bet with Jeff Corns that if he shot over par this weekend, he had to pay $1,000.
Oh my
But
gosh.
if he shot 14 or better, Jeff has to pay him $1,000. So
any one round, he shoots 14 better?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, 14 would be annihilated. Those are kind of extremes.
They are.
I
I don't
don't
think
really
anyone's going to lose any money.
That would be...
But you never know.
It'd be tough. If it gets real windy and rainy, the over par comes into play a lot quicker than that 14 down, in my opinion. So we got 2 guys matching scores right now at the top, 4 under, Nate and Adam. Good starts.
I mean, look how bad that was, and you were like...
On to 7, par 3, 420 feet. This one a new addition to this layout. It used to be out on the island in the parking lot to the right, now more to the left. And it's OB on the left side of this path all the way down. You can see that painted line. Opens up just slightly at the green, but that bunker on the right is not to be trifled with. So you really have to match the angle, get it out there nice and flat, and fade it at the right moment.
Destroyer?
Yeah, I wanted to go nice and wide, but I didn't.
Yeah, you got to trust it out there because that OB left comes into play so quick. Yeah, and that's going to be out, and it's going to be out early.
Really a bad shot. Soft out of the hand and a bad line.
And this is flipping up. Is it too long before it starts the hyzer? It's good. Really, really good.
Really good.
I love the line. I didn't like the height, but then it was more of a stall shot, so it must have been more of a fairway driver rather than a faster disc. So
Yeah, that's what confused me. I was like, the way he threw that, if that was a distance driver, that would have been
maybe lucky.
in the bunker that Ben is now in.
He actually hit the trees and almost rolled out of bounds right.
Oh my gosh, that would have been brutal. Now, I like this play if it has a lot of skip to it.
No.
This is the bunker now.
Eesh, okay. So delicate to get that right amount of width, right amount of speed, right height, and all those things to not skip OB left, but also not find that bunker.
This is a full go for me from about 65.
Ew. Okay.
Pretty happy with the effort.
yeah, I gave it a little scare as it went by.
And Ben, that's a green light also, even though he can't see the basket at all. Sure. If Scott's in the bunker, yeah, what is he throwing it? Is that a thumb or backhand?
I think it's a little tomahawk.
Tomahawk, okay. Just do it one time.
Nice, Scott. Yeah, this is...
Make the 2021 highlight reel with one of those. And this is still short. This hole is so hard to get.
Attaboy, Adam.
Not for Adam, though. He is cruising.
Good too.
And now there will be a little separation on the card as you step up to your bogey putt.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
A little more now.
I could hear it in your yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Sorry,
I felt
spoilers.
that one.
Spoilers.
Dang.
The memories. The memories. So fresh.
That
Terrible putt.
Just didn't quite go through your routine, it looked like. That's just to me. I don't know if that felt that way to you or just a misrelease.
It felt high to me.
Yeah, that's very true.
Hole 8, par 3, 475 feet. The initial grass is out of bounds, everything right of the road, including the tee pad. So you really need to hit that gap and get across if you don't want to have to re-tee. Or is there a drop? I can't remember.
There is a drop zone.
Okay, so you do get to move up to a drop zone, but the road kind of wraps around left and obviously on the right side, and on the left side, terrible rough. So you need to make sure you don't saw this off early.
And it's a bomb.
Yeah, it absolutely
Yeah.
is.
Not quite sure it plays 475. Did you mention that?
I didn't say that, but I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, I think that the hole is more.
Slow down.
Oh.
Crawl back.
No, is it? Oh my gosh, it's out of bounds by inches.
And it never crossed. So by inches, it never crossed.
Does
so
that
he's
matter?
probably got, no, it just matters
Yes.
whether, at the end, he could have got a 30-footer if it came in for a second.
I see what you're saying.
Now he's 65.
Well, no, it says any OB goes to the drop zone.
Oh,
Oh no, after.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You always have
That
the
never,
option.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
never crosses.
It's just if you
I'm
don't
sorry.
get in bounds. Yeah,
I read
good
that
shot
wrong.
there from Ben.
Yeah, my guess is that this hole is closer to the 430 range, and I don't think it's much farther.
Another nice shot. Scotty
I
just
think it plays far. I
do?
really do, yes. I absolutely think it plays far. 475, no, but
Yeah.
farther than 430. Probably
It's
right in that 450 range.
So hard to tell with it being blind, and there's so much danger left, even though it's not out of bounds. And that is skipping around to the edge. Okay, so that's an open look.
That was a huge skip.
it really was.
It's so hard to tell from the tee, like, how good that shot is.
I was just glad not to see it bury in the woods from the tee.
Yes.
Getting around the corner felt good to me. For par,
So that did cross up there a little bit.
I'm just saying
Towards the
it
end.
didn't crawl. At the
Back
end, it
in.
could have crawled in, and it just barely didn't.
Give me that.
Yeah, Scotty.
That is
Great
why
putt.
that guy wins so many tournaments up here.
Not just so many. He is sitting at 111 victories in his career.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
a lot of winning.
It's a lot of winning.
And I think his 10-plus winning seasons go back for like 7 or 8 years.
Oh my gosh, that's an incredible number. And Nate with a huge putt, and that's a good bounce back from the double. So there's a two-stroke swing, although there was a three-stroke swing on the prior hole, but you're right there, one back of Adam now.
Yeah, tied with Scotty.
Granted, oh yeah, Scotty's just doing it the old-fashioned bogey freeway. I like that.
Me too.
Boy. Get it in there. Let's go.
In Callaway, he's
Look at Ben on this jump. Are we gonna see it? He did a little standing leap. Oh, we missed it. He cleared it nicely though. He took a major risk, and he went right over that thing. Little like a box jump. I don't know. Hole 9, par 4, 607 feet. This one has a tight gap at the beginning, bad rough on the left. Again, mandatory, stopping you from going big hyzer or out around the outside. I think a lot of players play forehand here, just try to hit the gap, move a little bit right, and instead of going where the drone is, play the second shot out over the road with the high hyzer.
yeah. The route that the drone's going is pretty good if you go putter or maybe even a check up mid-range off the tee than a forehand approach, but most people are going to try to get up to the bank.
Oh,
Doable, especially with his power.
But it is a tall task from there. The angle's off, and I don't think he even has a sidearm. I think he's going to have to go big backhand around the outside.
Scotty missed his gap there, but it's okay. He's just got a long way to the basket now.
Yeah, probably 360, 370 maybe from there.
Little orca dork.
Yeah, this is ideal.
Yeah, and you're actually out of the way of the sign. It feels like so many good shots come right by that road sign there, which is such a nuisance on your approach. But that's way left. That's a great shot.
I like this play. Go with your most accurate disc, no matter what it is, to hit gaps.
Yeah.
And
Especially when it doesn't really matter where you land. As long as you hit the gap, you got a shot into the green.
And the other bonus there with going with the zone is that he didn't get up the hill, which can somewhat impede the approach. Like, it's not.
Speaking of hitting gaps,
Yeah.
this one went through about a 2-foot wide one.
That's what Ben do.
Got him up there. I mean, he didn't really have much choice. He just had to throw power. Snuck through. He's actually got a putt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like this.
Yes.
Looks like he matched the angle of the way he needed to
Yeah.
land that perfectly out of the hand. Great height, soft skip. It's really hard to hit your angle right on that hillside to get that soft skip. A lot of times it just likes to shoot off that hill 40, 50 feet left.
Adam is a little sawed off, a little early, and that's going to come up 40 short.
Yeah.
I know somebody who makes putts.
Is his name Adam Hamas?
He's pretty good at it. Let's see how he does.
He's going to need to make that big one to bounce back. And
T-bird tight.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Oh,
Come on, that's the
Thunderbird, sorry.
sparkly.
Do you have a
That's
blue
a
T-bird?
foot away.
No, yellow.
I keep calling it that. Even
Yeah.
when we're practicing, I'm like, oh, was that a T-bird?
Well, you can kind of get away with calling Thunderbird T-Bird. It's sort of also.
You went Orky Dorky to Thunder Turd? Back to back?
I don't condone any of this.
Hit there.
To 1 foot. That's great.
Back to disc golf. Adam Hamas just making putts.
Kid's so good. Kid's just good.
The kid is just good. It's true. And we did have a little discussion about that. This card featuring a 36, a 35, 34, and a 22-year-old.
That's awesome.
It's weird when he does. Good putt, buddy.
That would have been an incredible birdie for Ben had he made that putt. But a par is not a bad score to walk away with
Well done, Nate.
here on 9, even though
You're a
it
sucker,
is the
gentlemen.
4th easiest hole. You
He waited
definitely
for
feel like you need to get it. 3 of the 4 guys on this card did. And we've got some hot starts.
Tristan Tanner,
Boy.
chief among them. 7 under after birdieing the first 6 holes out of the gate. And if
Incredible.
you remember, some of those were some of the toughest holes on the entire course. So he has come out on fire here to start the Resistance Discs Open. 2-shot lead on the field through 9 holes.
I cannot believe how much water there is on this course. It's not only raining, but there's a pond left and right on every single hole. Shout out to the Founders Club. Man, this was fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, let's get right back to it. Come on.